Just gonna do a quick read through. Hopefully, it's quick, just in case it helps someone uh, with the grasping and absorbing of this knowledge, and it may help me. Definitely a break from taking notes and writing everything down verbatim. So, what to consider in deciding on a firm's future direction? This is external considerations and internal considerations. And this is slide number 11. The sticking with the company's present strategic course present attractive opportunities for growth and profitability. Okay, that's the first external consideration. The second one are the winds of change, most especially those affecting the market and competitive arena, acting to enhance or weaken the company's prospects. Are the winds of change, most especially those affecting the market and competitive arena, acting to enhance or weaken the company's prospects? What, if any, new customer groups and or geographic markets should the company get in position to serve? Which emerging market opportunities should the company pursue, and which ones should not be pursued? Are there good reasons why the company should begin to de-emphasize or eventually abandon any of the markets or customer groups it is currently serving? Let's look at the internal considerations. How well is the company faring? I gotta look up this enunciation of this. Vis-a-vis key competitors. Is the company gaining ground or losing ground, and why? Is the company competing in too many markets or product categories where profits are skimpy or non existent? Does the company have attractively strong resources and competitive capabilities to grow revenues and profits in the years ahead? Is the company competing in too many markets or product categories where profits are skimpy or non existent? Looks like that one repeats. Is the company at risk because of specific resources, weaknesses, or deficient competitive capabilities, or threats of technological obsolescence? Core concept. A strategic vision describes the route a firm intends to take in developing and strengthening its business. It lays out the firm's strategic course in preparing for the future. A well conceived vision statement clearly conveys a company's long term direction and says something definitive about what top executives want the company's product market customer business makeup to be in 3 to 5 or more years. Let's go over strategic insight again. A well conceived vision statement clearly conveys a company's long term direction and says something definitive about what the top executives want the company's product market customer business makeup to be in 3 to 5 or more years. An important point about vision statements. A vision statement remains only a bunch of words that do not matter unless it paints a clear picture of where we are headed, specifically the markets and competitive arenas in which top management wants the firm to compete. There is genuine top management commitment to pursue this strategic course. Wording a vision statement, the do's and don'ts. The do's. Be graphic in painting a clear picture. Be forward looking and directional. Keep it focused and specific. Have some wiggle room. Be sure the journey is feasible. Indicate why the directional path makes good business sense. Make it memorable. The don'ts. Don't dwell on the present. Don't be vague or incomplete. Don't use overly broad language. Don't state the vision in bland or uninspiring terms. Don't be generic. Don't rely on or overuse superlatives. Don't run on and on. Okay, so a lot of standards here, but let's keep pushing forward. Core concept: an effectively communicated vision is a valuable tool for managers to use in enlisting the commitment of company personnel to actions that get the company moving in the intended direction. I wonder if I could highlight some of these. Winning support for the vision involves, I'll make that red. Putting where we are good, putting where we are going and why in writing. Distributing the statement organization wide. Having executives explain the vision to employees. Making the vision engaging and inspirational to the extent possible. Challenging and motivating the workforce. Articulating a compelling case for where a firm is headed. Creating positive support and excitement. Arousing a committed organizational effort to move in a common direction. What slide are we on? Slide 18. Expressing the essence of the vision in a slogan. There's merit in capturing the vision in a catchy or easily remembered slogan. I had the feeling Walmart was going to surface in this discussion. Walmart's visionary slogan is saving people money so they can live better, often shortened to the tagline save money, live better. I thought it was we sell for less. A good slogan illuminates an organization's direction and purpose, reminds personnel where we are headed and why, rallies personnel to hurdle any obstacles that lie in the organization's path, and maintains our focus. Why a sound, well communicated strategic vision matters. It crystallizes senior executives' views about the firm's long term direction. It reduces the risk of rudderless decision making. It is a tool for winning the support of organizational members for changes that will help move the company along the chosen strategic path. It provides guidance to managers at lower organizational levels in making decisions and operating their assigned pieces of the business. It provides a rationale for why the whole organization should begin to take steps and launch efforts to begin its journey into the future. Developing a company mission statement. The role of a company's mission statement is to describe the enterprise's present business and purpose, who we are, what we do, and why we are here. A company's mission statement identifies its products and services, specifies the buyer needs that it seeks to satisfy and the customer groups or markets it serves. It is specific enough to give the company its own identity. I think I'm still recording. A strategic vision covers different ground than a mission statement. A strategic vision focuses on a firm's strategic course, the direction we are headed, describes the firm's intended future makeup, customers, markets, technologies, businesses, is always forward looking. A firm's mission statement focuses on who we are, what we do, and why we are here. Establishes the firm's present identity by describing products or services offered, buyer needs being served, customer groups it sells to, scope of operations, and technologies. Is seldom forward looking. Maybe some more examples. Strategic insight. The distinction between a strategic vision and a mission statement is fairly clear cut. A strategic vision sets forth a company's future direction, where we are going, whereas a company's mission statement describes its present business scope and purposes, who we are, what we do, and why we are here. Characteristics of a mission statement: has a here and now theme, provides an overview of the firm's present business makeup and purpose by identifying the firm's present product services and or the industries in which it participates. The types of buyers who purchase the firm's products, the buyer needs being satisfied, the geographic scope of the firm's operations. Uses specific language to set the firm apart from other enterprises, hiding behind generic wording that disguises who we are and what we do serves no useful purpose. Lots of slides. I'm not sure if we're going to get through all of them. 70 slides. But it's a good summary. Strategic insight. To be well worded, a company mission statement must employ language specific enough to distinguish its business makeup and purpose from those of other enterprises and give the company its own identity. What a firm's mission is not about. A firm's mission is not to make a profit. Making a profit is the intent of every commercial enterprise. BMW, McDonald's, and Apple all aspire to make a profit, but are vastly different businesses, and thus their missions are different. A firm's answer to make a profit doing what and for whom reveals its true mission and what its business is all about. Profit is more correctly an objective and a result of what a firm does. Mission statement examples: the American Red Cross. To prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of donors. Harley Davidson. We fulfill dreams through the experience of motorcycling by providing to motorcyclists and to the general public an expanding line of motorcycles and branded products and services in selected market segments. The, those were mission statements. The importance of core values. Developing a set of core values serves to guide the actions and behavior of company personnel in conducting the firm's business. Typically, core values relate to such things as fair and equitable treatment, honor and integrity, ethical standards, innovativeness, teamwork, a passion for top notch quality, or superior customer service, and exhibiting good community citizenship. Deeply held values become core values and part of a firm's DNA. At some firms, the values are mere window dressing intended to burnish the firm's public image and have scant impact on the conduct or behaviors of personnel. Core concepts. A firm's values or core values are the beliefs, traits, and behavioral norms that the firm's personnel are expected to display in conducting the firm's business and pursuing its strategic vision and mission. At enterprise, where the values are genuine and deeply entrenched, senior managers craft visions, missions, strategies, and operating practices that match these values, and they hold their personnel responsible for displaying them. Linking the strategic vision and mission to the firm's core values. Managers connect core values to pursuit of the strategic vision and mission by crafting a vision, a mission, a strategy, and a set of operating practices that matches established values, repeatedly emphasizing how the values-based behavioral norms contribute to the firm's success. At some firms, the strategic vision, mission, and values are a single statement circulated to all personnel and posted on the firm's website. Task number 2, setting objectives. Objectives represent a managerial commitment to achieving particular results and outcomes by focusing organizational attention on what to accomplish, serving as yardsticks for tracking company performance, motivating organizational members to perform at a high level and deliver the best possible results. A well-worded and properly phrased objective is quantifiable or measurable, contains a deadline for achievement, Spells how much of what kind of performance by when. Core concept. Objectives are. What the heck? I thought we just went over this. Objectives are an organization's performance targets, the results and outcomes management wants to achieve. They function as yardsticks for measuring how well organization is doing. There's no better way to avoid ho-hum results than by setting stretch objectives and compensations incentives to motivate organization members to perform at their full potential and deliver their best results. The imperative of setting challenges or stretch objectives. To promote outstanding performances, managers should deliberately set high performance targets to challenge the firm to perform at its full potential and deliver the best possible results. Stretch objectives are an effective means of pushing company personnel to be more inventive, exhibit more urgency in improving the firm's business position, be more focused and intentional in their actions. How not to handle the task of setting objectives. Objective setting approaches to be avoided. Setting targets that have no adverse consequences for organizational members if they are not achieved. Setting targets that, if achieved, represent average performance. Setting unspecific performance targets become more efficient or reduce costs that fail to specify how much or by when. Every firm needs two types of objectives: financial objectives, outcomes focused on improving the firm's financial performance; strategic objectives, outcomes focused on strengthening the firm's ability to attract and retain customers, compete more successfully against its rivals, and improve the future business prospects. Core concept. Financial objectives relate to the financial performance targets management has established for the firm to achieve. Strategic objectives relate to targeted outcomes that indicate the firm has stronger ability to attract and retain customers, compete more successfully against its rivals, and improve its future business prospects. Examples of financial objectives: an X% increase in annual revenues, annual increase in after tax profits of X%, annual increases in earnings per share of X%, annual dividend increase of X%, profit margins of X%, and X% return on capital employed, ROCE, or return on shareholders' equity investment, ROE. Return on capital employed. Okay. Return on equity. Okay. Increase shareholder value in the form of an upwards trending stock price, bond and credit ratings of X, internal cash flows of X dollars to fund capital investment. Slide number 37. Winning in X% market shares, achieving lower overall costs and rivals, overtaking key competitors on product performance or quality or customer service, deriving X% of revenues from the sales of new products introduced within the past 5 years, having broader or deeper technological capabilities than rivals, having a wider product line than rivals, having a better known or more powerful brand name than rivals, having stronger national or global sales and distribution capabilities than rivals, consistently getting up-to-date products or to market ahead of rivals. Slide number 38. Good strategic performance fosters better financial performance. Setting and achieved well-chosen strategic objective is of prime importance. Setting and achieving financial objectives is necessary but not sufficient. Current results are lagging indicators that reflect the outcomes of past decisions and actions. Good current profitability is an unreliable signal or indicator of even better financial results in upcoming periods. A firm with growing competitive strength and an improving market position is better able to deliver stronger financial results. A firm with eroding competitive strength and a deteriorating market position lacks the ability to improve its financial performance. Hence, the degree to which a firm's managers set, pursue, and achieve stretch strategic objectives is the most reliable leading indicator of whether the firm's future financial performance are likely to improve or stall or deteriorate. Core insight. A stronger market standing and greater competitive strength vis-a-vis rivals, especially when it results in competitive advantage, is what enables and empowers a company to improve its future financial performance. An improved likelihood of achieving better financial performance is what makes setting, pursuing and achieving strategic objectives so important. Short term objectives are targets to be achieved soon, serve as milestones or stair steps for reaching long term performance targets. Long term objectives are targets to be achieved within 3 to 5 years, are important because they require managers to consider what to do now to put the firm in position to perform better later. Core concept. A balanced scorecard is a widely used method for combining the use of both strategic and financial objectives, tracking their achievement, and giving management a more complete and balanced view of how well an organization is performing. The case for a balanced scorecard. Improved strategic performance fosters better financial performance. A balanced scorecard for measuring a firm's performance entails setting both financial and strategic objectives, placing balanced emphasis on achieving both types of objectives. A balanced scorecard approach to measuring company performance gives managers a more complete and balanced view of a firm's overall performance than does just looking at the latest financial outcomes. A balanced scorecard is usually superior to an unbalanced scorecard. A firm's surest path to boosting future profitability is to relentlessly pursue strategic outcomes that strengthen its market position, boost its competitiveness against rivals, and produces a growing competitive advantage over rivals. However, stronger emphasis on achieving financial objectiveness is essential whenever a firm is in such dire financial condition that its survival depends on achieving big gains in short-term profitability. Core concept. A firm exhibits strategic intent when it relentlessly pursues an ambitious strategic objective, concentrating the full force of its resources and competitive actions on achieving that objective. Strategic intent, the relentless pursuit of an ambitious long term strategic objective. A firm with an unshakable, often obsessive commitment to achieving its strategic intent typically goes all out to marshal resources and capabilities to close in on its strategic target. Crafts potent offensive strategies to throw rivals off balance, put them on the defensive, and force them into a game of catch up. Strives to alter the market contest and tilt the rules for competing its favor. Rallies its personnel in efforts to make its strategic intent a reality. Firms with a strategic intent are more formidable competitors than rivals with modest strategic objectives and market ambitions. Objective setting must extend to all organizational levels. Objective setting should not end with top management's establishment of firm wide performance targets. Overall or company wide objectives must be broken down into performance targets for each separate business. Water is good. Product line, functional department, and individual work unit. Each organizational unit's performance target should always support the achievement of firm wide strategic and financial objectives. Questions for simulation company co managers. Has your management team considered the merits of crafting a strategic vision for your company? Has your team established both long run and short run stretch objectives? Do you deliberately strive to craft a strategy and make decision entries calculated to achieve these stretch performance targets? Or do you just enter decisions until you arrive at projective outcomes that look pretty good without any real managerial commitment to achieving stretch performance targets? Has your team defined its strategic intent and begun taking actions to achieve it? If not, why haven't you? Task 3, crafting a strategy. Crafting a strategy entails stitching together management's answers to a series of hows. How to attract and please customers, how to compete against rivals, how to position the firm in the marketplace to capitalize on attractive opportunities to grow the business, how to respond to changing economic and market conditions, how to manage each functional piece of the business, how to achieve the firm's performance targets. And this stitching together must result in a coherent and coordinated game plan for running the firm successfully. Strategy making and good entrepreneurship. Good strategy making always entails astute entrepreneurship and proactively searching for opportunities to do new things or to do existing things in new ways or better ways. Diagnosing the direction and force of shifting market conditions and the other early warnings of future change. Masterful strategies involve doing things differently from competitors, where it counts being more innovative, more efficient, more imaginative, and adapting faster rather than running with the herd. Strategic insight. The larger and more diverse the operations of an enterprise, the more points of strategic initiative it has, and the more levels of management that have a significant strategy making role. Well, 20 more slides. A few of those slides were a bit motivating and inspiring. So I'm going to close this particular video study session out, and I may add another video study session uh, read through.